Is that a golden root bear? I don't really understand. Or is it just my... Oh, is there a... What's this root bear ghost I'm seeing? It's like I'm playing Dark Souls again or something. Oh, is it the ghost of my previous go through the game? Because this is not actually... Oh dear. What? That's not fair. I already impaled myself on those, and now... Yeah, look at that. Just piling them up. But they just... Oh, actually this is kind of cool too. Look at all that. In fact, slight... I don't know, kind of bug spoilers. I've seen there's some obscure bug that Alex was grappling with. I'm sure he's fixed it now. But there was some weird bug that happened when you had a very specific number of bear corpses around the place. Like, I think if you had 600 corpses or something, then you would have bugs. So who knows? I mean, programming is a strange thing. It's supposed to be all reliable, full of nice, reliable machines, but machines are quirky too. They really are. Somehow everything just seems to be quirky after all. Even the stuff that's supposed to be reliable. Screw it, I'm just going to go this way. Clearly there's some kind of... Yeah... Actually, I'm appreciating the joystick more now. I'm kind of legitimately... Elevators are kind of uncomfortable anyway, you know, they're claustrophobic. You have to wait in there with your back to the wall. What I hear is that men prefer to have their back to the wall. And I think maybe women like an escape route or something. It's just, there's something to be said for both of those, you know? If you've got your back against the wall, at least nobody can stab you in the back, right? But you also have to stand your ground. So it's a real question. At the same time... Oh, there we go. Where was I going with this? Yeah, anyway, it's a strategic decision. It depends on whether you think you can stand your ground. Whom, whom, whom. You see, look at all the lovely pink blood. It gets sort of festive. He's like he's a juicy little piñata, and you're kind of trying to blood him. He's a juicy little pink fruit of bear juice. I really do think that the pink blood is the best choice they made in the whole game. In fact, did he used to have a red cap as well, I wonder? So he's got a pink cap now. I wonder what the levels look like in this zoomed out. Sometimes you can kind of make out strange patterns from the zoomed out perspective that you can't see. Oh god, look at all the dead bears just lying there in the spikes. I don't know how much you can zoom in on the YouTube video, folks, but just all that business. Look at them there. It's a grim reminder of the bears that came before you. Actually, there's ways you could do this more seriously as well. Like, imagine if in Enter the Gungeon or Rogue Legacy or something, you left behind a corpse there, and you could see the what if the bones of the... Because this happens quite a bit in kind of Dungeons and Dragons-y things, I think. Quite a lot of dungeons are littered with the bones of the adventurers who entered the dungeon before you for just decoration, right? But what if it wasn't decoration? What if they were actual characters you'd played as before and they were just lying around? I mean, there might be some games that do that. I don't know, I haven't really heard of such a thing. If anyone knows of any other game that does such a thing, leave a comment in the comments. So well, this is kind of weird. I feel like I ought to just suicide myself on the axe, just to get it over with. Faster axe, jump. Ah! Blast. Yeah, you know, just kill myself on the axe. Actually, this is kind of weird. It looks like the corpses don't appear until I'm reborn, I think. They don't immediately stick on the axe. They're kind of just seen there after I'm done splattering. That's kind of weird, I don't know. Maybe there's a reason for that. Doing, doing, doing. It is... Yeah, this gets kind of hypnotic. I'm getting better at this game too, that's a nice thing. Some people find the controls a bit weird, I hear, but I don't look at all that. I'm sure you can get more. I mean, you could arguably challenge yourself to see just how many places you can kill Rude Bear in one level. That can happen. Like, failure can be its own strange reward. Actually, how many little grunge tracks do they have in this game even? It seems like there's a lot of different music tracks in this. Who made them even? I'm not even going to look it up, it's fine. If you guys care about who made the music in this game, I'm sure you can look it up for yourselves. It's not hidden. It's fine. It's not some special secret. Oh, is there like a shit? Yeah, I think that's right. When he's got a roof over his head, the screen goes a bit darker. That's quite neat. Oh, what? I didn't even see that coming. I had realised that the visibility, actually, I bet he's tuned all sorts of things about this game, but the visibility, I've realised, is actually about right. Rude Bear is kind of small on screen, but the amount of time you have to react to what's below you is about right. Splat. So that's something you'll see analysed with Super Mario and Sonic and stuff like that. Like, Sonic doesn't really have enough time to react. It doesn't quite work. Whereas Mario is just great. I mean, in a sort of jerky, weird flash game kind of a way, I think Rude Bear's got the right sort of timing to it as well. Oh, what? Was I kind of shoved up on my own corpse there? I'm going to blame my previous corpse. It's that guy's fault. And that's a psychological thing, I think. There's, I think when you fail, you blame something other than yourself. But then when you succeed, you think it's because you're... Oh dear. You think it's because you're cool. So that's something I think you've got to take into account when you're a game designer. People are going to do... That's why you carry on playing a game. You kind of... Except at the same time, I guess, you've got to make sure your players take responsibility for their failures and understand that they can do better. So I guess on some level, you also take responsibility. You just kind of rationalize it as the game's fault, sort of. I don't know. More research needs to be, oh dear, done on these weighty topics. What's that? What's the purple smoke there? I'm not even sure now. Bow bow bow, baby bow bow bow, waka waka bow bow bow. There we go. Look at the little tiny corpses. Tiny corpses, oh, tiny little corpses. German whip. I know what German whip is a reference to because I'm dreadfully cultured. I think there's a... Okay, is it a Skepta song or a Lethal Bizzle song? I don't know. But there is a song called German Whip, and that is a reference to that. Some people might not know that. So there. Yeah, Barry Scott, I get it. Remember, did you guys see the old Sillet... Look, if you haven't seen the Sillet Bang adverts, you might want to see those. I know a guy who was in a little sketch about the Sillet Bang adverts. It's this weird, shouty salesman guy, Barry Scott, who's like, "Hi, I'm Barry Scott! I'm here to show you the wonderful virtues of Sillet Bang! Bang, and the dirt is gone!" And he just shouts his way through the advert. I think he's actually a fake character. He's not a real guy who actually feels the need to shout all the time. He's kind of a weird TV character they made up to sell cleaning agents, you know? But it must have worked, because everyone cares about Barry Scott. Me included. Woo! And look at that. It's the ice pipe taking me to the Iceland. I think it's a credit to Mario's sound design that the pipe noise they make makes no sense, really, if you think about it. But still, when you see someone going into a pipe like that, you can't help but think whoop 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 as they go into the pipe. Can you? Like, just watch it and try not to think of the noise that comes with it, even though the noise makes no sense. Anyway, so there we go. That's like the first bit of Rude Bear Super Resurrection Brothers Extreme. And I may have some more goes at this. Try some more stuff. But that's all for now, folks. I will see you next time on Rude Bear and his amazing adventures in space.